welcome back to the channel. Recently, I posted in the Facebook group, We Are World Schoolers, a small snippet of my journey of leaving my toxic marriage, selling all my possessions, and traveling the world full-time with my daughters. Before falling in love with married in Mexico and moving here, of course. Pretty quickly, someone commented, "Stop trying to sell something." I mean, those weren't the specific words. I don't remember the specific. I don't remember the specific words, but it was something along those lines. Her comment was quickly removed, and I received a ton of positive comments as well, including someone creating a whole new post just to thank me for sharing my journey, because sharing my journey had led to them making certain decisions in their life that really drastically changed it for the better. But even with all that, the admin chose to keep the comments turned off my post, as if I had done something like broke one of the promo rules. In that particular post, I wasn't selling anything. Now, a lot of my other posts on my personal profile, my business page, and my group, I am selling something. I absolutely love selling, but this post was sharing my story. And although I'm sharing my story, of course, when you share your story, people become interested, they can start following you, they can start reading the blog, watching a YouTube channel, they could buy a product, they could sign up for my Money Manifestation Academy, they could sign up for one-on-one work. Of course that happens, but I really was just sharing the story. Storytelling changes lives. Point blank. In fact, the whole reason why I'm here in Married in Mexico right now, why I got out of that marriage, why I sold all my possessions, is because of someone else sharing their story. 5 years ago, I stumbled across a YouTube video by Lainey Liberty on world schooling and unschooling. This YouTube video started my entire journey. I was blown away by this single mom's journey, her life, how she was living, all of it. Watching her story made me think, if she can do it, she's a single mom, why can't I do it? It basically pushed up against all my excuses that I had at that point. I didn't need any more excuses. I didn't have to believe my excuses anymore. It was time to do something differently because I wanted a different life. Lainey made the decision to leave the United States with her son in 2008. Now, she never intended for this to be a permanent move. She just thought they would travel for a year or so and then return to normal life. But a year into their journey, they decided to continue on with nomadic life. Lainey now helps others through her Project World School Summit and her Facebook group, We Are World Schoolers. So let me add in here, although that happened in that group, the group is a great group. I highly recommend it. It's positive for the most part, loving, kind, super resourceful, and you will be blown away and so inspired in that group. And I am forever grateful that she had the courage to share her story and be vulnerable up on that stage for that TED Talk that day. Watching her share her story planted that travel seed in my mind, and that seed turned into the most beautiful life. I traveled full-time with my daughters with just 3 backpacks and very little money. But the truth is, it was cheaper or more affordable, so to speak, to travel full-time in countries with a lower cost of living than it was to live in Austin, Texas. We got to experience things I'd only read about or saw on TV before. We got to immerse ourselves in different cultures around the world. When I started in 2017, there wasn't much on single mom travel. Besides Lainey, I really didn't know any other single moms that were living this lifestyle. Not at all. So her story really helped propel me into this dream life. Now, what if Lainey had never shared her story? What if that seed had never been planted? I truly believe that if that had happened, if she had never shared her story, I'd still be in Austin, Texas, being unfulfilled and unhappy. Not only would that have affected me, but it would have affected my daughters. They would have never seen the world or gain the perspective and the beliefs they have from living this lifestyle. In addition to that, my students and clients would also be negatively affected because I really wouldn't be doing this work. In fact, the Money Manifestation Academy wouldn't exist. All my other programs and courses would have ceased to exist. I used to have a group called Single Moms Do Travel. It had almost 8,000 members before I decided to walk away from Facebook, turn it over. That's a whole other story. But that group still exists under a different name, still for Single Mom Travel, and it's still there to help so many single moms be inspired to live this life. If Lainey hadn't shared her story, that group would have never existed. My own group, the Money Manifestation Community on Facebook, my academy, this YouTube channel, none of this would exist. That would have been the ripple effect of Lainey not sharing her story. I am sitting in my beautiful villa here in Mérida, Mexico, filming this video for you today. I'm happy, healthy, totally in love, making money from a soul-aligned business, and none of this would have been possible without her sharing her story. Your story belongs out there in the world. Your magic belongs out there in the world. Don't let anyone stop you from sharing your story, because someone out there needs to hear it. You can literally change the trajectory of somebody's life with one post, one video, one email. I know that is going to require vulnerability, pushing past the fear, but it is so worth it. You are a storyteller whether you realize it or not. Stories are a part of the human experience. So maybe you just share stories with the people you know. That in itself is powerful. But can you take it a step further and share it with the world? One of the many benefits of the internet is being able to share something with a lot of people at once. And yes, sometimes someone might have something negative to say, but we cannot let that stop us. Others' limitations and beliefs are for them, not you. Those aren't your people. You are not for everyone. By being your true self and sharing your authentic story, you will attract the right people to you. And you'll repel the people that aren't for you. Our stories are gifts. You honor life by stepping out into the world and sharing your story. This requires bravery. This requires building an armor around yourself that protects you from negativity. Sometimes I still have fear before I push publish or before I hit record. I then have to make a decision, just like Lainey did that day, to tell the story anyways, to push past the fear. No matter what, the world is waiting for you to share. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share with other people that need a little reminder to share their story with the world. Until next time.